extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about trouble and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has
Extremely dangerous to our democracy.
What's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host A6. I'm still working with the secondary backup source of headphones and microphone. Work with me because I heard the quality is not that great. I haven't been able to pick up another pair yet. So we still working towards it. Man, it's been an interesting day today. Anybody that's been following mainstream media and all that good stuff, man, they it sounds like they made another attempt on Trump. What they're talking about, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are talking about them making a second attempt at removing Trump. Gotta be very careful what I say on this platform. They're already demonetized. We still here though, man. Who we got here in the chat? Kiba, what up? What up? What up? Yo, does the videos look choppy? They look choppy on my end for some weird reason. I'm not sure why that is. Like I said, it's been one thing after another, man, on platforms. I'm banned from I was banned from Instagram I want to say a week ago or something like that. It was like, yo, you can't post something about misinformation about some kind of, you know what I'm saying? They didn't like that, so they basically had me shut down for a little bit. So certain things I couldn't say, certain things, and on here they kind of got me. They got me on lock on here too. You know what I'm saying? But what up, Zakiba? What's good, man? Good to have you in the house. Truth, what up? What up? What up? What's good? MD from Florida. What's up? The Florida Republic. Stoic, what's good, champ? Good to see you here. Frog Dog in the house. And the other post. This guy. Civic Maker, what up? What's good, man? Man, Mac Bone, Blue Marble. Sly has been compromised. What you mean? What happened to Sly? Everything good? What's up with Sly? What up, Keith? What's good? What's good? Athletes, what up? What up? What up? Mike, what it is? Yes, indeed. We got the usual suspects in the house. Repeated visitors of the channel up in here. I ain't seen Zakiba in a minute though. Zakiba been MIA for a while. I assume my man was busy. Got Jared in the house. What up, Jared? What's up? Alfonso in here. My man said, Civic Maker, you ain't beating my attendance. I'm up in here. So we got Alfonso up in here. King, what up? What's good? What's good? They trying to make that Homer Simpson episode happen for yo. Let's talk about it, man. Oh my God, man. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this much. This one wasn't on the news, so to speak, like the actual footage of it happening, like the first one apparently was. But it's a show, you know what I'm saying? But it was supposed to be at the golf course. My man was near the fifth hole apparently, and they tried to make the sixth hole, something like that. But apparently, from what's being said, attempts did not succeed. So you already know my stance on that. I'm gonna say I'm very entertained by what I'm seeing. You know, the world is the stage. Second attempt, my ass. Where's the first? Right. Right. Where's the first and the second in that case? Use code words. I'm trying my best, MD. Hector, what up, man? What's good, Hector? Good to have you here, man. Hope the family is doing well. Stay blessed, bro. Jay Black, what up? What up? Red was good. Brandon Rogers. Yes, indeed. We up in here. Damn, we got 21 people already. Y'all must have missed me. I'm starting to feel flattered out here. We just getting started. Man, I had a little bit of a headache earlier, man. I'm not sure what the hell happened. I did a workout yesterday and my head was a little it's starting to throb, but I was you know, I rarely get headache. I don't get headaches. Like that never happens. So that was very odd. So I said, all right, well, let me go ahead and go to sleep. Went to sleep, woke up, head was even worse. So you know, I just basically lounged and loafed around, relaxed, took a nap, and the nap alleviated most of it. It kind of completely went away now. But you know, I'm still gonna get to bed early tonight because I need to rest. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a show tonight, but it's not gonna be full length. And by the way, since I told you guys I was gonna be changing how I did the lives, so the lives are gonna start being shorter. So I'm probably gonna bring it back down to like 45 to an hour or something like. It depends on how deep the information gets. But you know, I'm definitely gonna start shortening the Sunday lives and start putting more into the Patreon so that the people that's on the Patreon can get a longer bit of a show. Isaiah, what up? What's good? What's good? Yo, y'all should definitely be hitting the like button, man. You shouldn't even have to have King get on you about that. The like button should already be hit. Appreciate it. That's good stuff. Appreciate it. High immunity, zero blood, native. What up? He said high immunity, zero blood, native Floridian. Okay. O blood, not zero blood, O blood. All right, so yeah, yo, this whole thing with this Trump thing, I'm gonna be honest with you, the whole election, you know what I'm saying? The Kamala Harris thing, it's getting tiring. I'm so tired of hearing about it, man. You know, people are on edge, yo. People are afraid. Oh, I can't afford groceries, which is utterly ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you got people in certain areas like Cali just stealing the groceries. Like they're just going at that bad boy, and as long as it's under a certain amount, the employees have been instructed that not to do anything at all. Like they can't physically prevent the theft. And look, I never was a advocate for stealing anything. You know, I don't believe you should be stealing from anybody, whether it be a corporation or whether it be another man or woman. You know, it's not yours, you shouldn't take it. However, we also have to remember that not to feel sorry for these corporations because of these they have all kinds of ways that they're getting around giving employees decent amounts of money for their time. Now, granted, if you're an employee or something like that and you work for a corporation, you are literally just a number. You know what I'm saying? But every chance they get, they're trying to like put machines in the place of people. You know, listen, back in the day before inflation got out of whack, you literally could work a job at like CVS and be able to afford an apartment and some groceries. You know what I mean? You can't do that anymore. For those of you who don't know what CVS is, it's like a Rite Aid or, any of those drug stores or convenience stores that you go in them. You can do light shopping there. They'll have a few different things that's unhealthy for you to eat. But yeah, they've got some stuff in there that you can pick up. But yeah, these small companies, you know what I'm saying, that are getting jacked. They walking in there and just taking a whole grocery shopping cart full of stuff and leaving. And again, there's a certain amount limit too. So like the employees won't even call the police. They won't even chase. They just let them walk out with it. And then they got insurance for stuff like this also, which is another thing that really people were going up in arms about. Remember the riots from back in the day? They had the whole Freddie Gray thing here in Baltimore, and they tore up the whole neighborhood. They burnt stores. There was piles of bricks funded by George Soros, and they threw the bricks and set the places on fire, ran in the stores and looted a whole bunch of stuff. Then they tried to spin it to make it a racial thing. You know how they do, try to get people up in arms. I'm trying to put this thing so it doesn't pop as much. I had a pop stopper, but I don't know what happened to it. This thing came with a pop stopper, but I need to find that pop stopper again because I'm hearing all kinds of pops. But anyway, they had insurance. So any of these, like, yo, this is the crazy thing about it. That CVS that got destroyed and burned down, yo, the people who put the bricks out front and all that stuff and encourage people to go out there and destroy the joint, they had insurance on it. So when the building got destroyed, the owner just got a big ass paycheck. Like, yo, this dude probably made like $4 million off an insurance. Legit. Like, yo, people just destroyed my store. I need an insurance claim. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really feel bad for these corporations that much. And again, I'm not telling people they it's okay to steal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that at all, because thou shalt not steal. You should not be stealing. But corporations, do I feel bad about it because it's a corporation? Not as much. You know what I'm saying? But Walmart's get the same business, they get the same treatment. There used to be a Walmart not too far from here in Baltimore. It was a 24-hour Walmart, and the problem with it was people would come in late hours and they would just take shit. And those people that are working in the middle of the night for Walmart, they don't care if you walk out with a bunch of stuff in the shopping cart and didn't pay. They don't care. They have to work a crappy job. They're not making enough money. They can barely make ends meet after this. They got to go to another job after they get off. They don't give a damn about you walking out with a grocery cart full of stuff and not paying for it. So, as a result, that Walmart ended up, it used to be a 24-hour Walmart, and the joint ended up closing. Or, no, I'm sorry, it didn't close. It ended up closing at I think like 10 or 11 or something like that. So what can I say, man? The whole situation is one of those things where it's a circus, and there's different actors and players, and people are making money left and right. These stores that get destroyed. If it's a small business, man, it's horrible, because if they don't have coverage for that kind of stuff, they ass out, if it's a small business. But corporations are always gonna have insurance for that kind of thing, man. He says, I heard people traveling with their Bible and not their passport. Do you have any info on this? I mean, it's your freedom of religion. I don't have any info on that, but I think people would stand to comprehend how important the First Amendment is. Like, yo, there is literally the First Amendment, and there's 5 different parts of the First Amendment for a reason, and one of them being is freedom of religion. And if you look at your state constitution as well, it talks about their religious aspect. Like, yo, you can practice whatever religion you want, as long as you're not like disturbing anybody's rights, or you're not hurting anybody. Your religion, you're free to practice whatever religion you can. So if people are riding around with their Bibles like that, literally could be a legit form of identification. If you have the 3 individuals who are present when you were born, it could be like the doctor. As a matter of fact, it ain't even really got to be the doctor. It could be you, because you were present when you were born, your mother, your father. That's 3 signatures. And when 3 people are in agreements, there's truth. So if you put that in the Bible, that's legit identification. A lot of people didn't know that. People use that to go get their passport. They'll use the back of a Bible with the blank pages, and they'll mark down. They used to do weddings and all that stuff in Bibles, man. This is when the republic got turned into a corporation, or when it got overlaid by a corporation. Right around the time they took religion out of public schools. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit before or after, but I would say right around that time, the state separated from church to anti-disestablishmentarianism. That was a clear marking of the separation between public and private, because the right for freedom of religion is indeed private. And if we're talking about the state and stuff like that's on the public side. You know what I mean? But yeah, I truly believe something like that could work. 100,000%. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's a legit form of identification, and it's your First Amendment. So I don't see what they could do about something of that nature. You know what I mean? And on top of that, that's not something they didn't create the Bible. So they don't really have jurisdiction to take it either. You could probably snap a picture of it or something like that. They can still search the name and date of birth in their computer and try to find like a license or something. You know how they do. Oh, they added a 13th zodiac happenings to be serpent bearer. No, they added another zodiac years ago, man. I remember they said something about a 13th zodiac sign because there was supposed to be more than 12, but for whatever reason, I'm not sure what the purpose was. And they said because there's another one that got added in, it completely messed up everybody's, because it used to be if you were born at this time of the year, at this time of the month, you know what I'm saying? Then you were this sign. Then they added another one, and it just made things all discombobulated. So um, they're always doing something with that whole situation. He says that most everyone's zodiacs have changed. I don't think so. Ophiuchus, right? Is that what it was? Yeah, I never really got involved with the any zodiacs after the whole 12 original joints that we knew about. I never really looked into Ophiuchus or whatever. I never got into that, man. I know some people that really are into it, but I listen to it loosely because there is some truth about some of the things, but I don't get into it to the point where I know about Ophiuchus. CVS would get you a car, a place over your head. Yeah, yo, like yo, listen, let's talk about these smaller jobs, man. Like you could work a job at like Giant or Food Lion or something like that. And you literally could afford to be able to keep the lights on, keep a car, insurance, all of that, man. I remember I used to know a dude that he used to work at Papa John's. And I can't remember how much he said his paycheck was, but he made his paycheck was about, I think he said after his paychecks for the month, after he paid bills, he had about $200 left over complete. And it was like, yo, you barely making it. He was like, yeah, but after you get all your bills paid, after you pay your rent, he was like, after you pay your insurance, you know what I'm saying? You got that $200 left over in your pocket to do whatever you want. It's a good feeling. I said, I mean, it depends on how you look at it, but I suppose because you doing it, you out there standing on your own 2 feet. So I mean, I guess I suppose it's how you look at it, but yeah, it's those jobs used to be able to keep a roof over your head, man. But if you work in a job like that now, one job, man, you need roommates. You literally probably gonna have to have two roommates to split the rent. That's why the immigrants are doing so well when they come over here, bro. They working together, man. You'll have like 5 of them in one house. They'll get a 2-bedroom apartment, and there'll be 6 of them in that joint, and they'll be splitting the rent 6 ways. Stacking money. Look, they come in. Look. This the game plan. They'll come over here, right? They'll take jobs for less money. Like, yo, if an American's offering, let's say American's offering to do the job for like 7,500, they'll come in and do the job for 5 bands or less. Get it done. Take that cheese back home, because they splitting the rent anyway. Stack, 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 and then all of them will get together and go buy a house somewhere. Yo, they doing it, man. I had to give them that. Now, their sense of unity and working together is one of those things I think we can stand to learn from, man. Because here in the USA, bro, it's a situation where everybody wants to have their own stuff, and it's fair. But I mean, first world country problems, I suppose. Everybody wants to have their own. Like, yo, I don't need to be having roommates. Now, I mean, it changed now. I can't say it's the same now. You know what I mean? But back then, it was like, yo, that's how they work. Not all corps are bad. Some helping are good. Others lay down with government. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, MD. I have not seen um, a big corporation, like not bow down. And let's remember 2020 and how many of them told you you had to put a device or some crap over your face to walk inside the store. Let's not forget 2020. Let's not forget we cannot forget 2020 because everybody's true colors came out in 2020. It ain't no going back from that. You can't. How can you go back from that? In 2020 vision, everything was clear. And I'm gonna go as far as to say everything's been clear since. There's literally been no hiding. Like everything is open. The goofy is in the open now. So if you don't want to believe it, not you specifically, but if the people don't want to believe it or see what's going on, it's on them. Like full disclosures here. Wait till next week when they factor in theft and the price is gonna outpace the inflation. Yeah, how about that, man? Because now I wonder what kind of insurance policies they have because there's a certain window in their budget they allow for theft, if that makes sense. So let's say the budget is 60 million or something like that, right? So if one location is making let's say a few locations are making 60 million, they might have like a blanket insurance. Like, you know how the government officials have blanket bonds, they're businesses. So they have like, all right, cool. The whole East Coast of Walmart is on this one blanket bond policy. You'll pay us this amount every year and we'll insure you up to this amount, right? They might have a certain amount of money they have set aside so they don't even really hit insurance for theft. Like, let's say theft is usually because people are going to steal because that's just, humans are just retarded. So, humans are going to steal. So let's say we make 60 million a year. We got some jerks who like to steal out of the register, people who don't put carts back. How many times have you drove in a bad neighborhood or a ghetto ass neighborhood and you see Walmart shopping carts in an apartment complex that ain't nowhere near Walmart? That joint like 17 blocks up the street, and you'll see like some Walmart shopping carts. You know what I'm saying? That's all factored in the budget. Like, all right, people like to steal carts. People like to steal out of the register. People go in and they put on clothes in the dressing room and walk out with underwear and stuff like those socks. This stuff's all factored in. You know what I'm saying? So they have a certain amount. And if it goes over that amount, it might hit the insurance. If not, it's just like one of them type of things where it's rolled over into the budget. So there's complicated ways that these dudes move around, but there's factors we still have to acknowledge. You know what I mean? Soros financed the bricks. Look, I'm gonna tell you this: Soros financed a lot more than those bricks, MD. And if you don't know, I suggest you go find out because the information is everywhere. But I can't talk about it here because they'll probably pull the video. Maybe I'll talk about that on the Patreon. But yeah, I can't say anything about that here. I clear my throat. Steal from your neighbor and from his fair wages. Corporations are in scheme and stealing from us. Yeah, they are. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that, bro. Not one bit. The crazy thing is they offer people these food and stuff like that for low prices, but if you've been looking at some of these things that places like Costco and Aldi and these big chains are getting away with, like, I done seen the fish with worms in them. I done heard about E. coli outbreak in some of the meats. You know what I mean? Like, I done heard about freaking what was it? They had frozen berries. The frozen berries had hepatitis or something. Like, how the hell did the frozen berries get hepatitis? They were talking about this, and this was the frozen berries. I think was Walmart. I think it was Walmart that had most of the problem, like their fish and stuff like that. Costco had a problem too with their salmon at one point. But yeah, they're offering you these foods for low prices. The quality of the food is killing you, man. 1,000%. Scheme government. Yep. Not being dependent on their products, a good place to start to go through small businesses. Yeah, but you know what the problem is, Jay? The average people complain about small businesses because the price is a little higher. Like, they'll be like, all right, cool, let's go support small businesses and let's dick the corporations by not buying from them. Then they'll go into a small business and they'll see like, a pack of fish might be like $5 or $6 higher than it was from Walmart or maybe more. They'll be like, this is high. Yeah, it's high because they're not buying in bulk. They're not buying meat in bulk. Like Walmart gets to buy meat in bulk, so they get a substantial discount and they can sell it to you for less because they're selling more item. However, this small business is buying the item and they're selling it to you. They're not buying it in bulk. Like, they're not buying 70 million pieces of fish all across the USA. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. So, but you're going to get a better quality of food. However, if you go to the small business, you'll pay more, but you're not getting crappy food because Walmart is not buying. Listen, they're already getting a discount on bulk buy. If you think they're going to piss their discount away by buying quality grade A meat, you're an idiot. You deserve whatever you get. I think it's time to make corporations illegal, unlawful, unconstitutional. I think I got a problem with monopolies, bro. And like they always talking about monopoly this, monopoly that, yo. Like there's supposed to be competition and stuff like that. But if you look at it, the same trust owns both companies. Like how many times have we seen freaking BlackRock owns most of the auto shops? Like, yo, what? Hold on. I thought these auto shops were supposed to be a competition. Yo, BlackRock owns like 15 of them. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be at the end of the day, the trust is, but they can't like say what the trust can own. So it's them loopholes they create, or the rich find loopholes and exploit them, and that's what we're dealing with. This shit is weird when you think of the 13 months too, but some resonate, some not as much. There's always 13 zodiacs. This is the return of the 23 original. They changed Sabbath day in the calendar month from 13 to 12. So it's returning to the original. See, yeah, I didn't know it was always 13 zodiacs. I don't know a whole lot about that. I know a little bit, but not a whole lot. Not as much as you, definitely. I own my home and bills are still over 18 a month. Yo, that's wild, bro. Yo, that is crazy, man. Shout out to you for owning your home, though, bro. What up, Eric? What's good? Good to have you here. Stand on the same grounds, brother. Doris is the instigator of destabilishing. Doris is the instigator of stabilizing of humanity itself. Oh, Soros. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, Soros. That's a wild boy. For those who don't know who he is, you need to listen, man. If you just joining this truth seeking journey, man, oh man, you missed out so much stuff, bro. Like I'm not even gonna say the last 4 years. I'm gonna go as far as to say ever since the Ferguson riots. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and there was riots here in Baltimore too. There was supposed to be riots downtown, but they didn't kick off because they wasn't playing that downtown. But they had the bricks and everything down there, piles of bricks uniquely stacked and put in place. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't kick off because a lot of the dudes down here weren't playing that. Like, yo, y'all not destroying Baltimore, the downtown Baltimore. Like, y'all might tear up them little neighborhoods y'all from. Y'all not destroying downtown Baltimore, man. They even rioted out Washington, D.C. Not too far from the freaking White House, man. Yo, let me tell you something. And the information, yo, the actors and stuff like that, the freaking the ads we saw looking for crisis actors and stuff like that, man. The same people being at different events. Yo, I'm gonna say this. Look, I'm gonna say something crazy. They've been using AI to fool us forever. People saying AI has gotten out of control. No, yo, AI has been around. Man, I gotta be very careful what I say. I'm gonna go as far as to say AI has been reporting quote unquote disasters ever since the Sandy Hook situation. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because y'all know who was at the same place there and another situation that happened overseas and in Boston. So I'm gonna leave it there. But it's been multiple accounts of these same faces in these environments, yo. And listen, I'm just saying, all right, AI has been around for a minute and it's been almost flawless for a minute. And the AI we were playing with, if you remember just last year or the year before the last, the AI was so rudimentary. It was creating commercials where people were eating pizza and the pizza was like flying over their heads and they were turning into like sea monsters while they were trying to eat because the computer didn't quite understand how humans eat. But that technology, bro, listen, that they probably had that tech in the 80s or 70s. Shoot, man, the stuff they got now, man. Listen, the stuff they got now, they probably been using in the public in front of us for probably like the last 15 years, if that. It might have been longer than that. Yo, the stuff they got now, they can have somebody standing next to you that's AI, and you wouldn't even know it. Yeah, man, it's not a game. And all of this technology is old, man. This is all technology they had back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I'm talking about when they figured out how to power entire cities off of lightning and use gold as a superconductor to power the city. And they had the cities in Egypt shaped like computer circuits, stuff like that. Chips and things. This technology is all old. It's just a matter of fact that they're starting to bring it out, so we know where it came from. True, just like how the good food is higher priced, that makes sense. But I got local farmers, chicken, eggs, milk, cow, fish farmers, fresh produce. A lot of Amish too in my neck of the woods. The Amish is the way, and Amish will take gold. I bet you. I bet you if you go to the Amish with some. By the way, gold reached $2,500 today. Gold peaked. It's the highest it's been. All right, so I hope I hope y'all were listening to me when I told y'all to buy grams of gold 3 years ago. I was telling y'all some good stuff. Y'all got to start listening to A6 when he tell y'all what it is. Gold is literally, matter of fact, I'm going to show you. I ain't even got to tell you, man. I can show you better than I can tell you. Get on here and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so gold is at so if you got 1 ounce of gold, if you got 1 ounce of gold, 1 ounce of gold is $25.98.50. Gold's been going up. You're never gonna lose with gold, man. Gold is the way. Here we go, right here. I'm gonna show you. This is the way, man. Even like the 1 gram of gold is $83.54. Earlier, I looked at it; it was higher than that. Silver even went up. Even silver. Here we go. All right. So gold is 25.7869 US dollars per troy ounce. Silver is 30.73 per ounce. So if you got the little silver rounds, those bad boys are going for $30.73 a piece. But gold, man, if you got like enough gold to add up, man, you got something nice there. And if you have 1 kilo of gold, you're at $83,000, $83,543.65. So gold's gone up. But yeah, I bet you they'll take gold though. If you offer an Amish gold, they'll probably take it. I wouldn't be surprised. Bunch of gunk in my throat. But yeah, reach out to your Amish people. See what they're talking about, man. They kill all their own food. Everything they do is on the up and up. They don't put a bunch of chemicals in their food. Go holler at them. I know it's a lot of Amish in Pennsylvania. For those of you who are in Maryland, yo, you can head right up to Pennsylvania. Go holler at them. They get you right. We all, yo, somebody made a good point. You'll say Amish is where it's at. We all need to be Amish. He not wrong, yo. He is not wrong. Not at all. He is not wrong. Yep. That's how you unplug. Because, yo, they don't mess with the Amish like that. I think there's been a few situations where the government has overstepped and came into the Amish territory. But I think what may have happened, and I can't prove this, but from what they were saying, it was a commerce related issue. The reason they were getting on it was because they did something with money or something like that. You know what I mean? But yo, the Amish can really get busy if they just stop using cash and just say, yo, we don't want your cash no more. You go take your cash and trade it in for some gold or silver or something and come holler at us, or some copper or something like that. 'Cause they can use copper. They can use all of that stuff. They can melt the silver down and make utensils. There's a lot of different things they can do with gold and silver, Yeah, if they would do that, there's literally nothing. The government would have zero jurisdiction. You want to talk about state citizens? The Amish are state citizens. That's what they're talking about. Amish, they state citizens 100%. They're not U.S. citizens at all. AI has been around since 1850 or longer. Probably so, Jared. I wouldn't listen. I would not put it past them, bro. AI is learning as we type online and respond to each other. Yo, listen, some of those comments y'all see online, y'all be thinking there's people being racist and stuff like that, or saying that you a sovereign citizen and all that other stuff. A lot of that is AI, man. A lot of that is AI, bro. The AI can create profiles on freaking YouTube and subscribe to your channel and comment on your channel. Your AI is advanced, bro. Y'all don't listen. That's why you can't believe a lot of stuff you see online. You click some of these profiles on Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's Instagram profile. There's no posts or there's no pictures of anybody. It's just like a profile with a bunch of friends who are mostly Democrats or Kamala Harris or Biden supporters. This is a war. This is an intellectual mind war. They want your mind, but this is what this is at the end of the day. This ain't about flesh, man. This is about your mind and your spirit. This is what they want. Have some old school machines. I see them use cooled old sawmills. Most of them speak Dutch, German, or whatever. They team up and buy small properties outside of city limits. Okay. A lot of Amish here also. That's what's up. I respect that amount again. Truman Show was done for real in Antarctica in the 50s. They had a dome 200 miles long, and it was 4 or 5 people that didn't know best actors. What? Really? Hey, yo, send me that, man. I gotta read into that. Jared, send me that article, bro. Looks like I got some homework to do. Please send me that article. I need to look into that. I offer all customers to pay in check. Federal Reserve notes gold or silver with a 10% discount. That's fire, man. We have a lot of minnow. About 30% of the people do take the discount. Nice. Mennonites, okay. Similar to the Amish, but are more modernized. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever heard of Mennonites before. No cancer, autism, deformities, disease in general. Yo, that's true. And here's a crazy thing: they refuse to study the Amish for that. They won't study the Amish to compare. I gotta be careful what I say. They won't study the Amish because of reasons. There we go. Because they won't study him for certain things that he just read for reasons. And I think we know what those reasons are. They don't compare those to the people who have certain procedures done, for a comparison of who's better off. Man, that was hard. Y'all got to join the Patreon. I can't say a lot of that stuff. I've been reading this book right here, excerpts from this book on the Patreon. So if you are on the Patreon, you definitely need to get on this joint and see what we're talking about, because there's some great stuff in this book, man. And like I said, I just been reading excerpts from this book all the last 2 weeks, and it's been just some pretty serious information I could never put on here on YouTube. But yeah, this book is very heavy book right there. And I say heavy, I ain't talking about the physical weight. All right, let me get into some videos. I'm over here yapping. We ain't even start the videos yet. First things first, let's talk about right to travel. Shout out to my man Cam on he's the one who had the traffic stop with the police officer that made his the deal before mine's did. It went viral, of course. There we go. I don't like that. Yeah, it went viral before mine's did on the Here's the Deal channel. If you're here from Here's the Deal, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. So he put together a petition on change.org. He wants to do traffic law reform. So I talked to him, and I basically he was trying to do something where he wanted to get everybody to sign from all around the USA and send it to Cali. But I said, Joe, if you're gonna do a petition, your best bet to do a petition in your state is gonna be to get people in your state on board. It may be a fact that a lot of people don't quite know about right to travel or aren't exercising their right to travel as much for it to be a significant amount of people you get to sign the petition. But under the First Amendment, you do have the right to petition to your government for and address grievances. So it'd be best to check your state constitution first, and then get other people in your state to get on board and sign the petition so that you can get somewhere. Because you're going to send it off to your senators. You want to have Californians who actually can vote them out of office if they do vote. To basically put them in check. So if you're interested in something like this and you're in Cali, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and look into that. This is my man Cameron. Petition for immediate traffic law reform to uphold the constitutional right to travel. Local, state, and federal legislators, we undersigned citizens of the United States. He has a lowercase c there. He's got to change that. Citizen of the United States hereby demand immediate and comprehensive reform or current traffic laws that infringe upon our constitutional right to travel freely. The existing system represents an overreach of governmental authority designed to extract revenue and exert control over citizens, lowercase c again, through excessive regulations, fines, and penalties for minor infractions. This is unacceptable and must be rectified without delay. I personally would change citizens to capital C, and I would change it to state citizens, capital STATE, and then capital CITIZENS, as Article 4, Section 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution mentions. You want to stay true to the actual document. So I would personally change that. Our demands: the criminalization of minor traffic infractions, which he is right. Traffic infractions are not crimes. And anytime you ask a police officer if it's criminal, he'll say it's a traffic infraction. It's an infraction. They won't tell you it's criminal though, because that is illegal. So they try to teeter-totter the line. But yeah, it's 100% a situation where minor traffic infractions, now if you're not like vehicularly tearing somebody apart, like, yo, let me go over here and destruction derby this dude out of the whip, or twisted metal this guy's car door because he cut me off at the intersection. If you're not doing anything like that, like wanton, then obviously it's not, it wouldn't be fall under this category. But what he's talking about is just stuff like, oh, your papers aren't right, you have a private plate, stupid shit like that basically is used as revenue collection. We call for the immediate cessation of criminal penalties for non-criminal administrative violations, such as expired vehicle registrations, lapsed insurance, or other minor paperwork issues. These infractions do not constitute criminal behavior and should not result in punitive actions that adversely affect individuals' lives. The state must reclassify these violations appropriately and eliminate any associated criminal penalties. 2. Protection of the constitutional right to travel. The right to travel is a fundamental liberty protected by the U.S. Constitution. We demand the removal or amendment of traffic laws that violate this right by imposing excessive fine vehicle impoundments or arrests for minor non-violent infractions. Legislators must ensure that traffic regulations align with constitutional protections and do not unduly burden citizens' freedom of movement. In Shapiro versus Thompson, 1969, the Supreme Court affirmed that the right to travel is fundamental and cannot be inhibited by unreasonable governmental restrictions. Yeah, we know that pretty much 100%. But if you guys are interested in this, definitely reach out. You can email him, or you can just hop on this joint and just drop some feedback. Here's his number right there. There's his email. Good guy right there. Please reach out and talk to him or support him or email him. Let me zoom in on it so you guys can see his information there. So if you're interested, there's his info. So yeah, get at him if you're interested in that. Again, I told him I'm not gonna get behind a petition to California because it doesn't serve a purpose for me to join your petition for Cali. You know what I'm saying? Now, if each state wanted to do something individually, now we're talking. We're on a different playing field at that point. But yeah, holler at him if you're interested and you're in Cali. Hopefully, you guys can link up. If there's any nationals in the area that you're in, please reach out to them as well. Connect, man. Get connected, man. Get connected with the people. And don't be one of those guys that don't want to support. If somebody has to go to court or something like that, and you, I didn't have, man, listen, I don't like to throw stones at anybody, but I didn't have a situation where I had a guy that was supposed to be a national, and I said, yo, I need you to come to court to support. I need 3 people. He was like, oh yeah, I can't really come to court for you because I got warrants. Bro, that's not even how. Nobody's gonna card you at the door and say, "Yo, you got warrants." You know what I'm saying? So, he had warrant for traffic and stuff like that. But you got to be. You can't be on that tip, man. If you're gonna be a national, you got to be a national. Don't be a national and a U.S. citizen as well. That's how you get steamrolled. All right. Amishes don't hold on. He says, "Yeah, I saw this. I saw this. Hold on." General and the Amish don't have licenses or anything. Yo, they don't have any of that stuff, bro. They don't have birth certificates. They don't have license, passports. And the Amish can go and come as they please. They can go to Canada and Mexico without having to get a passport. All they got to do is show that they Amish, or there's some kind of IRS form they got to fill out or something like that. Basically, where if you have a religious faith that's a certain amount of years old, I think Christianity has it. Um, Freemasons have it. Um, Amish, and there's a couple Muslim, there's a few other ones though, but they have to be religions that are a certain amount of years old, where you can actually go back and forth to different countries. You know what I'm saying? Like the Amish can go to Canada with no problem. All they got to do is show their document or whatever. Like, yo, we're Amish, we good. Oh, okay, y'all good. Y'all state citizens basically. Go ahead. That's what it is though. But the Amish know what's up, man. Amish know what's up, 100%. They strong as a mofo too. Facts. I heard the dentist and an Amish family talking about very low autism. That's awesome. Besides myself, Amish are the only real men and women left. So you called yourself a man and woman, man, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm messing with you, Jared. I'm messing with you, bro. I wouldn't put the benefits here, but look in the food grade peroxide. I've used it for me and my family. This stuff is wild when taking out sickness. If you have any information for that, could you send it on Telegram? I think you follow me on Telegram, Lawrence. Could you send me that on Telegram? Such thing as traffic law, traffic infractions, and codes. So they can wipe the ass. But yeah, 100%. Listen, we know it's color of law. All right, we already know it's color of law. We're aware of this. I think the problem he might run into, which might be a dead end with this particular petition, is they stand to lose a lot of cheese, bro, by like doing away with these unconstitutional. Because like, listen, and it's not even a fact that like, all right, look, let's lay these rules down for everybody, even people with licenses, because people with licenses are under contract. But yo, if people that don't have licenses stop getting harassed, what do you think the people that have licenses are gonna do? They're gonna get rid of their license. They're like, yo, hold on. So if I have a license, I gotta pay this, but if I don't have a license, I don't have to pay. What the hell am I keeping a license for? So that's gonna be a slippery slope. But I mean, he's right. He's right. Problem with R2T is the fact that both federal and state statutes and codes recognize private operations of motor vehicles, show municipalities their laws. They play fuck games. Yeah, they do. They do. If it were an overreach, we wouldn't win lawsuits. LEOs just need to know the law and stop walking outside the color of law. Yeah, that's true. that is facts. Listen, they definitely get smacked around in court when you really take them to task. Once you beat that case in state court and you take them to federal court, they pretty much get jabbed in the liver. Everything's done correctly. They have made more bread off the people. It's a shame. Yeah, it is, man. People being ignorant and not really knowing the law and knowing how the Constitution works. It is 100% a shame, man, but it's the reality we live in. But yo, how many people have you tried to explain some of this information to, and they ain't trying to hear it? I'm convinced that if they said, all right, they're not gonna come out and say, yeah, we're not gonna mess with you anymore if you don't have a license. It'll just be a situation where it'll stop happening. You know what I'm saying? I even if there was a situation where it did happen, I have a good notion that people that still say, yeah, I'm just going to continue doing it the way I've been doing it because it's been working. You know, They would lose a lot more though, because certain people would be willing to jump out there if they were sure they weren't going to be hemmed up or have to stand in court. But I think some of the people, a considerable amount, would still just be on the same program, business as usual type thing. Yeah, they definitely have an operation they got going. All right, let's take a look at this. So this is interesting right here because they actually did a study on what cats actually see out of their eyes. Now, it's been said that cats are the protectors for the spiritual realm and dogs are protectors for the physical realm. So when cats are around, it really and this goes back to ancient times. Cats were revered as very high in the importance, even higher than man and woman, I believe, in the Egyptian days. Cats were seen as basically a spiritual not going to say a staple, but more like a positive charm or divine creature or something like that. They were exalted, and it was been also said that cats can keep negative spirits away or they absorb negative energy.
Construct what the cat sees onto a computer screen.
But we can distinguish that. So when we use all of those, thinking that they represent visual information, this is the reconstruction that we come up with.
It is the first time an image was tapped from a brain. It proves that we can read and understand the grammar of it. The face is recognizable, but I still can't avoid the impression that the face has something cat-like. She managed.
So that's very interesting. So it's been said that cats, if you have a cat, it's been said that they believe that you are a bigger, weirder cat. They see you as a bigger, more awkward, clumsy, not as elegant cat. You know what I'm saying? They think you're a cat, and that always mess with me. Like, yo, why would they think we're cats when we look nothing like cats? But if you look at that video right there, and what the cat can see, the face actually gets distorted to look similar to a cat's face. So when they look at you sitting there watching TV, they think you're just a cat chilling. That's interesting, man. And then it's been said also, when you go out to work, cats are concerned that you are going to be attacked by a predator because when you go outside, anything can happen type thing. So cats are worried when you come back, they yell at you or they might meow real loud or get on you when you take too long out because they were concerned and worried that a predator might have got you or something. This is what cats see because when they go out, you know what I'm saying? They basically have to protect themselves from predators. So with that particular state of thinking in mind, it makes sense. And they say when you bring back a bag of food or something like that for the cat to eat, they think you're a superior hunter because you brought back food for them to eat. So they appreciate it. That's some neat stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? I wonder. So they actually somehow took the cat's brain and used his optic vision or something to be able to see through his eyes and see what he saw. That's very interesting stuff. Jared says they wouldn't lose any money. They would just jack the price up for drivers, truck, bus, Uber, limo, taxi, actual drivers. Their license and now $1,500. That's what the government will do. He's probably right. They're already doing that now, though, Jared. So you think the influx of people exercising that right to travel might be impacting that? Because they upped the price of license renewal here. I think it's like $150 here now. It might be more than that for license renewal. But yeah, the price of license renewal now is expensive. Even in Cali, like, yo, that shit was high in Cali before. I can imagine how much it is now. But that's crazy. Yeah, they'll up prices and blame it on inflation. Never tell you the truth. Anyone remember what that old movie where the cat fought off the tiny troll fairy from stealing the kid's breath? Yeah, it was a Stephen King movie, as a matter of fact. I do remember that movie. He was a black cat. I think he was a black cat, and they kept like trying to punish the cat because every time he tried to like get in a room, you know what I'm saying, he would catch the troll, and then he would go to get the troll and jump on the little girl, or I think it was a little girl or something like that, or a boy, one of them. And he would try to jump on him to get him, and then the child would start to yell because he thought the cat was trying to hurt him, when in actuality he chased the troll away. So like they put the cat outside, and the cat figured out a way to get back in the house, and the cat actually ended up dying, losing his life fighting the troll. You know what I'm saying? And the parents saw what happened. But yeah, this is again, they have to tell you exactly what is going on in order for them to not face any karmic consequences. What? I'm about to get a cat. Please do, man. Go get yourself a cat. 100%. Yeah, that was a Stephen King movie, as a matter of fact. I believe it was a Stephen King movie. I saw it on TV. They used to show horror movies on Saturdays around like 1 p.m. Sometimes they would do a Jason movie or a Freddy movie, and then they had this one Stephen King movie about the cat. It's an interesting movie though. Then they had this other Tales from the Dark Side movie, which completely demonized cats because this cat was from hell. Like this cat killed the whole family, and they had to hire a hitman to try to take this cat out. This cat was destroying that hitman. It was crazy. But again, supposedly the cat was like a spiritual entity, but cats, they tried to make the black cat evil or whatever, but black cats are supposed to be one of the most divine cats you can have. I surrendered my license in California 3 years ago, only passporting from now on. Don't even register my whips. Yeah, if you do that, that's cool. Make sure you get the driver's license surrender form though, because there's a form at that Department of Motor. They'll hide the form. You ask the employees, they're not going to know what you're talking about because nobody ever uses it. But there is a form, and there has to be a form at every Department of Motor Vehicles to cancel or opt out of licensing service. Because at the end of the day, you're a customer. If you look at the new licenses, it literally says customer name at the top of it. You're a customer. Saying if you're using the license, so make sure you get that out of their system. There's some other remedies we have that work as well. Trademark is pretty effective. There's some free game for you guys. Cat's Eye. You talking about the crystal? Yes, I remember that movie. It was a good movie, man. 100%. Great movie. All right, I got one more for you guys, and I'm going to wrap it up for the night. All right, this is a long one. I'm sure y'all don't mind. Let's go over these this information. So apparently, there's a letter from Pope Francis to Obama. I did not know about this, but via attorney, powerful letter via attorney on July 4th, 2014. Civil orders, July 4th, 2014. Let's take a listen to this because this is very interesting.
Let's unpack this document a little bit. Let me give you a little bit if you don't want to read for yourself. Few key things that you need to pay attention to. Mr. Obama is the president of a governmental service corporation under contract to provide stipulated services to the organic state, and it's on its payroll. He otherwise, as a foreign dignitary representing the United States of America minor, in neither of these capacities is he allowed any granted authority to impose upon American state citizens. Remember, state citizens, right? The state nationals. Endanger American state property or command mercenary forces on American state soil. Now let me point this part out right here. Right? However, veiled as federal civilian service agencies. Right? Now, look, what's this say right here? American state property or command mercenary forces on American soil, however, veiled as federal civilian service agencies. See, the federal agencies are bullshit too, right? We require the Joint Chief of Staff and General Ham to commence measures to disarm federal civilian agencies, personnel, and to seize control of the vast stockpiles of arms which have been improperly embassed by the Department of Homeland Security, FEMA, and other agencies employed by the United States. Meaning there's none of those fucking police, none of those feds, none of those corporations are supposed to be holding any type of weapons at this point. This was issued in 2014 from the Pope down. Now check this out, right? any expense or damage incurred by these organic states or any American state citizen as a result of actions undertaken by the federal agency personnel acting as armed mercenaries or American state soil will be understood as the result of violent crimes committed against the peaceful inhabitants of the land and will incur immediate judgment liquidating the assets of the International Monetary Fund and the Federal Reserve. In payment of the stipulated reparations, such crimes shall be considered contract default, increasing the public debt subject to bounty. That means that all of these police are supposed to be going to fucking prison. That means all of these feds, all of these IRS agents, all of these CPS agents, all of these people are supposed to be going to prison. And all corporate offices of the United States of any successor organization inheriting federal service contracts who support, condone, or promote such crimes against the American state or against state citizens shall be subject to arrest and prosecuted for commercial and violent crimes. All foreign official operating as elected or appointed officials of the United States of America who support, condone, or promote such crimes against the American state or against American state citizens shall be subject to arrest, confiscation of their assets, and deportation to Puerto Rico, Guam, or such other states as may be willing to receive them. Why Puerto Rico and Guam? Guantanamo. Such foreign officials include members of the American and British Bar Association. Remember the Bar Association? Didn't I tell you that you were owned by Great Britain and that they're the ones that are running the court system and that this whole fucking country is being ran by You didn't fucking listen, right? Now, of the America and British Bar Association who are licensed to act as privateers. Remember, we keep telling you they're pirates, right? Privateers against the interests of the American states and the American state citizens from 1845 to 2013 in flagrant breach of trust. All such licenses are now extinguished. Members of the Bar Association are required to cease and desist assaults against the American state and state citizens and shall be subject to arrest, confiscation, and deportation otherwise. Once again, all judges, all prosecutors belong to Britain and the Bar Association. British Bar Association, the bar. That's every fucking I keep telling y'all that corporation been done. Y'all didn't listen. This is the order from the Pope. Insomuch as corporate officers operating the United States of America Incorporated and the United States have contrived under conditions of fraud and semantic deceit to revenue the estates of the American states and the living American state citizen to the foreign jurisdiction of the United States of America, foreign jurisdiction to the United States of America minor. They are found guilty of capital crimes, including acts of fraud, treason, committed between 1933 and 1945, and are condemned posthumously insomuch as elected officials operating the United States of America minor have similarly committed war crimes against the American states and their peaceful inhabitants during the same time period. They stand condemned posthumously. No enforcement upon any American state or state citizen is owed as a result of any act of any Congress operating as the sovereign government of the United States of America minor, nor as the board of directors or board of trustees of any incorporated entity whatsoever. All the estates and estates erroneously believed to represent the American state and the American state citizen, and which were conveyed by fraud and legal deceit to the United States of America minor and were recently to the city or state of the nations and reviewed without exception to the geographically defined American states and the American state citizen, where they shall remain in perpetuity as assets belonging to the rightful and lawful beneficiaries. Now, we've been talking to you about it. Now, we've been putting it in your face. So here's your fucking proof from the Pope straight to the American. I told you that they've been shut down. The UN, bro, y'all not listening. This is why I tell you, get your fucking paperwork done. But you don't listen to me about the paperwork. So I'm going to give you one last time. is a $100 donation. Cash App or Venmo, the Book of Johnson. And I will send you over the most extensive packet that you've ever seen on all of the fucking paperwork that has the books, the seminars, and pre-filled out documents and your court documents. Now, for the rest of us in America, realize there's not supposed to be any police. There's not supposed to be any feds. There is no president. There is no corporation of America. All of the Federal Reserve had been shut down. Pay attention to this fucking note. All of those organizations are shut down since 2014. I told you they went for the fucking trial against crimes against humanity in 2013, and everything's been shut down since. Then it officially went fucking through the roof when 2021 kicked around, because when 2014 came out, they hid these documents and they hid these orders from you, and they kept it from the public, which is why they kept giving you all that bullshit. That's why they had you looking in every other direction, because you're already free. I've been telling you, you've been free this whole entire fucking time. Get your fucking paperwork done, and let's get all these fucking pirates and these British fucking crown members off of our soil and have our fucking land back like we were told that we have.
That is crazy. I never even heard anything about this. So for those of you asking what document it was, let's go back over it again.
All right, so let's unpack this. All
right, so this is it says, hold on, let me zoom in on it. There you go, right there. Bam, there it is. So for those of y'all who want to look into it and see exactly what my man is talking about right here, this is the letter. Now, I want to know what you guys think about this, because this is interesting. I've never heard anybody talk about this letter. Yeah, I'm looking for it now. They're not going to have it on Google. I'm going to have to use another search engine. That's not going to be on Google. Don't even bother. So, yeah, I got to find this and look into it, because this is very interesting. He said since 2014. That is crazy. That is very interesting, man. Since 2014. Wow. Well, listen, family. It's been great talking to you guys, man. I'm going to wrap it up for the night. Look into that letter. If anybody finds that letter before I do, please send that over via Telegram or email. Email's at the bottom. And if you're not in the Telegram group, you can hit my email at the bottom. I'd be glad to give you the invite link for it. So, yeah, it's been a great conversation with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. It is A6 to Foreign National Born Natural. I will be on the Patreon, so to make sure you don't miss that. Yeah, and that's basically it. And remember, there is no knowledge that is not power, all right? The path to freedom is through our bravery, so let's continue to move forward. With that said, y'all take it easy. Peace out.